start. Morning, judges. I'm Jacky. I'm your barista today. It's my pleasure to share my journey and my inspiration throughout my journey today to you. I always believe the magic of the first time, the first sunrise in the morning, the first time the baby comes to the world. For me, it's the coffee I'm sharing with you today that I have 3 years ago. The coffee is a washed Panamanian geisha from Finca Deborah. The coffee starts with the process harvesting with perfect ripe cherry. Before they go into the processing, the coffee will undergo 2 times selection before into the process. After the selection by the farmers, the coffee will be deposited and a certain amount of fruit content will be left on the cherry, the beans. And a certain amount of cascara, which is the skin of the coffee cherry, will add it into the still tank, and with a mixture of fresh popped cherry into the still tank and mix together and put in the still tank for an extended period of 50 hours with the absence of oxygen. At the same time, the CO2 is applied in the process. What makes it special for the coffee today? The cascara fermented with the coffee cherry. It brings out more sweetness in the cup, which reminds me the tasting note today in the cup, which reminds me brown sugar and honey throughout all the stages, which is really sweet coffee today. And after the fermentation, the coffee is being taken out by the farmers and washed by the hot fresh water to remove the excess amount of fruit content on the cherries, and is being transferred to the African drying bed system that's special designed by Jamison Savage. The design of the drying bed, which protect the coffee cherry from the direct sunlight during the daytime. It creates a perfect environment for the coffee fermentation during their drying stages. So I'm using 15 grams of coffee and with the input of 200 grams of water. The outcome today will be around 160 mils. The shutter ratio today is around 1 to 30. The shutter ratio can bring more clarity to the coffee today. And I'm using the origami air dripper today to brew this coffee. The design of the origami air dripper, it has the 20 precisely angled ribs evenly distributed around the dripper. And it allows me to have the steady and controlled flow rate during the process, during the brewing, which highlight the sweetness today. And the material of the origami air dripper, it has a low watt heat conductivity, which means it's less heat is left during the brewing, which allows me to have the even construct extraction for today. And the coffee is roasted on Icava 4 days ago with a development rate of 27.9%. It brings out the balanced cups, and I think today is the best time to share my coffee to you today. And for the tasting note today, for the flavor, when it's hot to warm, it reminds me raspberry and green apple. When it's cold, it reminds me dry mango. It's all medium intensity today. For the acidity today, throughout all the stages, it reminds me bergamot. It's medium intensity. For the aftertaste today, is long and lingering throughout all the stages. It reminds me the green tea and Manuka honey. For the mouthfeel today, it reminds me it's medium weight with a smooth texture throughout all the stages. And for the sweetness today, it reminds me brown sugar and Manuka honey, but it's medium plus intensity today. And when it's come to my favorite part of the coffee today, is aroma. It reminds me bergamot when it's hot to warm. Hibiscus tea, jasmine. It's all medium plus intensity today. When it's cold, it reminds me green tea. It's medium intensity. For the aroma instructions, assessing aroma, I suggest you every time before you assess the aroma, swirl 4 to 5 times every time you assess aroma. And I have, for the tasting instruction today, I have specially prepared a origami sensory cup today for you. The special design of the origami cups, sensory cup, it have the thinner lips and with the narrow dimensions of the cup, which highlight the acidity today, which is bergamot. And so ready? Here you go. I hope you enjoyed the time and my coffee today. I'm Jacky, and you can start drinking. And that's my time.
Woo! Give it up for Jacky Xiao for bringing coffee. Well done, Pastor K. Want to have a chat?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Spring is the time today is actually the best time for me to present today, and I feel really comfortable on the stage. It's even more comfortable when I compare to my practice time. I feel really comfortable.
Happy with the result?
Yeah.
Is it your first time competing?
Yeah, first time for my Brewers Cup. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
And
Is there anything behind your team that's helping you out?
yeah,
Anything you wanna
for
thank?
sure. Yeah. Thanks for my team from Canberra. Thanks Redbrick. Thanks
Whoa, all the
Redbrick.
way from Canberra. Woo!
And especially need to shout out for my roaster, Sean.
Sean might be watching the live.
Yeah,
Say
yeah.
hi to Sean.
Thanks. And my parents, they are here as well.
Parents.
And they are all the way from China to support me for my competition.
They must be really proud.
Yeah. And that's why I'm feeling really comfortable today.
That's awesome. Why do you pick your coffee? Like,
I had this coffee in a coffee table, and it brings me really the highlight of this coffee is really sweetness dominant, and the aroma is my most enjoyed part, and which inspire me in the time that I just stepped into the specialty coffee, and this coffee is the representative of my journey throughout these 3 years. So that's the reason I picked for my first competition here. So, which is